This careless young trucker, whose repeated poor choices resulted in evading the police, but the judge slammed him with the tough reality and severe consequences.
Why can't you do right?
Your Honor, I just made some mistakes.
No, you made some choices.
Some bad choices, yes, ma'am.
So why can't you make good choices? Because obviously you're in college, so that means that you're intelligent. Some people who go to college, maybe not, but it appears to me that you are very intelligent. So why can't you make good choices?
Your Honor, I have been making good choices since I got out. I drove trucks for 4.5, 5 years. I enrolled in college while I was on the road. And then when I got back, I just continued with college.
My thing is like, why does it take people picking up a case to start doing right? And I will tell you, I was a defense attorney and I would always have these conversations with my clients. I always say, why must you be looking at prison time for you to do right?
I made a bad choice. I don't want to sit here and give you any kind of excuse on why I evaded the police. It was just a bad choice I made, Your Honor.
Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 3849. Just one moment. And probation has to stay longer.
Okay. Yeah.
You're fine? Okay, we'll proceed.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 3849 State versus Dennis Johnson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense? And are you Dennis Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea on August 27th of no contest and a true to the enhancement paragraph. And we are now back for sentencing. And according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison, and the state is silent on your application.
That's great, Dave.
All right. Did you review the TAP evaluation and the PSI report?
Yes, Your
Any objections?
Honor. No objection.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Judge, the PSI seems to be very thorough. I know the court had an opportunity to look at it. There was mention in the PSI that my client is actually taking college courses. And we just wanted to supplement that with the courses and the thing that he done. The first page has to do with the student loans and that type of things.
Okay.
But the rest has to do with the grades. He's taking courses in business, and he indicated even in PSI that he wanted to start his own company, a trucking company. So he thought it was probably prudent to go to school. He said he's halfway through with his associates. He gets his associates, and then he's going to decide whether he'll go further or use the associates to start his trucking business.
All right, so let's get to the crux of the situation. Why can't you do right? You want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Dennis Johnson.
All right, why can't you do right?
Your Honor, I just made some mistakes.
No, you made some choices.
Some bad choices, yes, ma'am.
So why can't you make good choices?
Your Honor, I have been making good choices since I got out. I drove trucks for 4.5, 5 years. I enrolled in college while I was on the road. And then when I got back, I just continued with college from being on the road.
So my thing is like, why does it take people picking up a case to start doing right? And I will tell you, I was a defense attorney and I would always have these conversations with my clients. I always say, why must you be looking at prison time for you to do right? And I'm just trying to get into your mind to figure out why. Because obviously you're in college, so that means that you're intelligent.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people who go to college, maybe not, but it appears to me that you are very intelligent. I've seen some people who are going to college and they just breeze through. They don't have a major. They are, we would say they were permanent college students. I couldn't afford to be a permanent college student. My mom wasn't allowed anyway. But why?
Ma'am, I made a bad choice. I don't want to sit here and give you any kind of excuse on why I evaded the police. It was just a bad choice I made, Your Honor. And I plan on doing better and finishing my college and starting up a trucking business. But I don't want to sit here and give you the run around or none of that, Your Honor. But
I appreciate that because, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm here to sit and listen to the runaround if people want to give me the runaround, but I appreciate you not giving me the runaround.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you employed now?
No, ma'am, I'm not employed. I actually got off of the truck with the sum of about $55,000, and I was in CPS when I was younger, so my college is paid for it. So all of the tuition and fees, I get that back for myself. So I haven't worked since I got off the truck.
Okay. So who do you live with? How are you surviving?
I live alone. It's from funds I had from when I was in the trucking business for 4.5 to 5 years is around that amount of time. And then as well as my college funds.
All right. So here's what I'm going to tell you. The money that you have, if you keep, in the words of my grandmother, nibbling off of it, you're going to look up and your savings and whatever money you have is going to be zero.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to have to get employment. And I require people who are on probation, if I place them on probation, to obtain employment. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's a $1,500 fine, time, and money to run concurrent. There's to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. You are either going to obtain your college degree or, follow up on your CDL license. If you do those two things, then the court will deem the community service hours satisfied. Take in consideration 2024 PF 10121. And I believe that's also JN 24168. There's to be field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that is so good. Thank you. You're not ready yet. Probation, is there anything else? Oh, the defensive driving course. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Oh, probated. Sorry. No. If he obtains his college education, or if you get your CDL license, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Thank you. Do you need anything else from the court?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. That pounding you felt in your chest, that was a pounding because you didn't know if you were going to be going to prison or not, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything you did to come in here to give me something to potentially place you on probation, you need to keep doing that. Because from here on out, everything you do, you're potentially looking at 8 years in the prison, so it can still happen. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
This reckless individual shattered every chance given, defying the court's mercy at every turn. So the judge delivered a harsh judgment.
Your Honor, the court needs to be aware that in April, he remained in the hospital for 3.5 months to have his spine repaired.
My question is, you were in the hospital and you were there for 3 months.
After that, I went to physical therapy for a month.
So, did you call probation?
Yes.
No. Did you pick up the phone and tell them, I'm going through some problems and I cannot report?
No.
All right. Have you done anything on probation?
Yes, I've done some community service. I mean, I did about 12 hours.
All right, so that's 12 hours from 2018 to now. You're telling me you've only done 12 hours of community service restitution?
24 total.
All right, 24 hours since 2018.
Yes.
That's the problem. So I don't think I should continue you because you haven't done anything.
Since from 2018, this is the only reason why I'm keep coming back from failure. I've never gotten a new case or anything. Your Honor, please.
The court is going to sentence you to 5 years in prison.